Hi everyone, my name is Ming. So today I'm going to talk more about the three new condominiums in the District 15 region, Tembusu Grand, the Continuum, and Grand Dunman. So I'll be focusing on the one bedroom plus study and two bedroom units left and share my thoughts on units I'll consider purchasing based on the current pricing and its potential for capital appreciation in the near future. So if you're a buyer looking for units in this region, this will be the video for you. Let's get to it. So if you don't know anything about these developments, here are some more information. Currently, there are three new launches in the area with one more added next month called the Emerald of Katong. So all these four new launches have their own unique attributes and selling points. For example, Grand Dunman is the one with the most number of units. The Continuum is the only freehold choice. Tembusu Grand here was the first to launch and currently the best selling with more than 70% of its units sold, whereas Emerald of Katong will be the first new launch in the District 15 region to feature under the harmonization guidelines. Meaning, developers will likely offer efficient layouts and consumers like yourself will not need to pay for the aircon ledge, but only for the livable area of the unit. So now let's take a look at the location of all these developments. For the Continuum, Tembusu Grand, and the upcoming Emerald of Katong, it is located along Tanjung Katong Road, whereas Grand Dunman is located along Dunman Road. So let's talk about location for the Continuum first. It is actually between District 14 and 15, closer to Paya Lebar. In my opinion, I think that is less ideal because when people talk about District 15, the more prime areas are Maya, Amber, Katong, and Marine Parade. That being said, its proximity to the MRT is within 10 to 15 minutes walk to both Paya Lebar and Dakota. And also for schools-wise, it is within 1 km to Kong Hwa School, Tanjung Katong School, and also Haig Girls School. Next, moving on to Grand Dunman. Grand Dunman stands out for its connectivity because it's closest to the MRT. So it is 5 minutes walk from its side gate to Dakota MRT, and also you have buses outside the development that takes you to the CBD and the Raffles Place area. If you're a foodie, you'll be glad to know that it's within 8 minutes walk to Old Airport Road Hawker Centre, and for schools-wise, it is within 1 km to Kong Hwa School. Lastly, it is the location for Tembusu Grand and Emerald of Katong. Both location is similar because they are just separated by one street. However, Emerald of Katong does have a slight edge as it's closer to the new Tanjung Katong MRT. The development is also located in the heart of Tanjung Katong Road, where you are walkable to many eateries, cafes as well, and also walkable to the Katong Shopping Centre area where you will have more options for food and cafes along the Katong stretch. In terms of buses, they also have buses outside that takes you to the CBD, Bugis, and the Chinatown area. And for schools-wise, it is also within 1 km to Tanjung Katong Primary and Haig Girls School. So if we are comparing the location, I would say that Tembusu Grand and Emerald of Katong's location stands out because it's in a more prime area, and personally, if I'm buying into District 15, that is where I'm going to be at. But now let's take a look at the one bedroom plus study inventory and pricing to see if that changes. So first, let's look at the inventory for the one bedroom plus study units. So taking Tembusu Grand aside, we can see that Grand Dunman and the Continuum still have more than 50% of their one bedroom plus study for sale. And now looking into the price, to determine whether this is a good buy, we can look into two things: the rental income and the potential for capital appreciation. So first, we'll compare this to resale condos in the vicinity. And for this purpose, we're going to take one Amber against Tembusu Grand. Alright, so looking at one Amber, the last transacted is 1.27 billion, and this is for a freehold condominium that's slightly bigger in size as well. Rental for this particular unit can fetch you anywhere between 3,350 to 3,750. So assuming you buy a new condo, Tembusu Grand in this case, you might be able to ask for a higher rent. So we're going to assume rental is $4,000. And assuming you take a full 30-year loan and a full 75% loan, the estimated monthly mortgage for the cheapest unit at Tembusu Grand now will amount to $4,402. And if we take into account maintenance fee and estimated property tax, your total cash outlay, even though if you're renting out the unit, you will need to fork out $1,277. So it's important, which brings us to our second point, why potential for capital appreciation is important when you look into a one bedroom plus study purchase. So looking at the asking price for the one bedroom plus study across these developments right now, I would say that there's a little bit of a price gap where people are not accepting this new price yet. So at $1.3, $1.4 million, you're actually buying in at quite a high price point where a last transacted at a freehold condominium is only $1.27 million. So if you're buying into a one bedroom plus study right now in these three developments, you might need to take a long-term view, a longer holding period to see capital appreciation. However, if you're purchasing this for own stay, do not let the price point deter you because you might value this a little bit differently. However, for all of you one bedroom plus study buyers out there, if you're not in a rush, do consider waiting for Emerald of Katong to release its launch prices, because I believe that the developers might price it quite attractively at the start, which might be an opportunity for you to buy in. The development is slated to launch towards the end of September, early October, so just keep a lookout for that. I'll do a separate video for that as well. But for now, let's take a look at the 2-bedroom and the 2-bedroom plus study pricing to compare. So here's the 2-bedroom inventory across all 3 available launches. Tembusu Grand is fully sold out. Grand Dunman only has 10 units left, which shows us the 2-bedroom unit type is well sought after in District 15 amongst buyers for own stay or for investment. Next, looking at the 2-bedroom plus study, we see a similar trend where over 88% of the units have been sold across each development. Now, brings us back to the price. For the 2 bedrooms, there's varying sizes across the 3 developments. For Emerald of Katong, we can't speak about that yet because we don't know the price and the layout, so we'll not talk about that today. Out of the 3 developments now, if I would select a unit for myself, I would choose between the 2-bedroom plus study at Tembusu Grand or the Continuum. And the reason why I take Grand Dunman aside is because the 667 square feet unit is actually a 2-bed plus 1 bath, which I feel is less ideal if given a choice to purchase a 2-bedroom, 2-bath today. And also the overall quantum of their 2-bedroom plus study is higher as compared to the other 2 developments where I can still buy in below $2 million. So let's talk about my first choice here, and it is the Continuum 721 square feet 2-bedroom plus study unit. So looking at the overall price point, which is quite similar to Tembusu Grand and Grand Dunman, I like that the Continuum is freehold, which means its value will likely be retained for a longer period of time. And then if I'm not looking to sell within 5 to 20 years, it should be quite safe. The layout is also efficient, where you can potentially enclose the kitchen and have an additional storage area if you don't need a study. Next, if you compare it to some of the older freehold condominiums as well, we do see that the prices for the old freehold condominium has gone up to $2.3 million, presenting an opportunity for future price increase, especially since people in the resale market might likely look into a newer condominium because it's well maintained and it doesn't need to cost more money to fix up. And lastly, it is because the entry price is good and at the lowest entry PSF for the entire development. So this is what I'm going to show you here. So right now, the cheapest unit, 2-bedroom plus study, is 1.994 million, which also translates to 2766 PSF. So if we look at this historical price transaction chart for the Continuum, we can see that from May last year to now, the lowest average PSF is around 2750 PSF. So even though if you're purchasing today, which is more than a year later, you are still buying in at almost the average first day pricing, which is an opportunity that's hard to come by. Next, let's talk about Tembusu Grand, which is my second choice. So for Tembusu Grand, I like that the location is prime and close to Katong. The walking proximity is important because this is where most people would like to be situated, to be close to the lifestyle options in Katong and Marine Parade, be it food, cafes, and fitness. Layout of the unit as well is good, as the kitchen is already enclosed and the study area is easily adaptable to be a storage. Price-wise, in terms of PSF, yes, you'll be purchasing it higher than people who bought on the first day, but note that the unit that you'll be buying into is also on a higher floor, so the premium is expected. Most importantly, price-wise is still comparable and lower than neighboring condos. If we look at Head Court, the S-Star and 1 Amber 2-bedroom plus study is already at 1.9, 2.2, and 2.3 million. So even though it is leasehold, I feel like generally you'll still see a price increase in the near future because the lease will not affect buyers who are buying into Tembusu Grand when it TOPs. For people who are looking to buy something new and of a lower quantum, Tembusu Grand will still be a strong option, which is why I think it is a good buy. So that's all I have for you today. Comment below to let me know if you agree with my choices or not. If you'd like to watch similar videos, do subscribe to my channel to get the latest updates. Also, if you want to work with me, you can reach out to me here or via DMs on Instagram and TikTok at The Property Ming, and I'll reach out for a discussion. Alright, I'll see you the next time. Bye!